Why hello there, fellow super soldiers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the Stalwart Ancients. Episode 49, Heavily Investing in the New Girl. As you can see above my head, the current priority is to set up the lab and experiment. Breakfire and Krieg want to go through the lab, and Fangface wants a xenogerm implantation. We also have the supplies for Babbo, which gives us a... Is this... When we say go trade, was it for this thing? Quick reload... I don't recall. What did I accept here? Psychic Emanator... No, maybe not. I don't know if we were fulfilling this. Because this weapon is kind of meh. I mean, it's a chain shotgun that does a lot of damage. It actually would be pretty good at lab clearing, to be fair. So I'll still consider it. I don't know. I don't recall if I voted for it or if I pulled for it, but regardless. So let's kick this off. We need to get a xenogerm implant for Fangface, and then also to put some of these genes away that we had brought in. Because apparently, are my gene banks really full? No, that one has space. Yeah, they have space. And then to set up the lab, because Breakfire is going to be going through the lab. So I'm going to have Breakfire start laying out the lab equipment. Breakfire has just finished a death rest. And Scorpio pretty recently as well. Now, big picture goal I intend to do for this stream is to go to one of these super soldier labs, which should be a mite bit spicier than the other ones. So I'm very eager to do that. So we're having Breakfire maintain the lab equipment here, and then once we're done, he'll jump in. The other thing I wanted to queue up was a xenogerm for Fangface. So Fangface is an impid, which means Fangface already has a very fast runner. So I'm going to do Psychic Doll and Robust, Dead Calm, Strong Melee Damage, Dark Vision, Poor Int, Awful Crafting, Awful Animals, Great Shooting, Quick Study, Heat Tolerance, and I feel like I'm missing something. Shoot, I was just figuring this out. So he has a Poor Art. He has a passion in mining, cooking, and plants. So I don't want to negatively affect mining, cooking, plants, but the rest of it is fine. Now, is there any positive genes that I want to pick up on top of it? No, I think that's it. I could do mild UV, but I don't really need to. I think it's fine. So this is going to be Fangface. And the Robust and the Strong Melee Damage are the really important ones, because that will counter some of the Impid's problems being, like, weak. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to save this template, and then I will need to build one more gene processor to get it made. So I'm going to turn this stuff off until we have that 5th gene processor built. Alright, Break here is firing up all the lab equipment. And then should be installing stuff. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there was even some damage. Rejection buffer coil. So here's our lab progress. And you can see I'm trying to lay it out so that it's like sensible. I don't know. I don't make sensible labs. So we've got the 10 neurostabilizers here. We've got 9 rapid infusion. We've got the 6 cog relays and the 4 genomic attenuators. And yeah, I think this is all set up. All we need to do at this point is to flick it on and have Break jump in. What I will be doing is firing up a prediction. Here, let's wait until everything's actually functionally on. We are still generating a net excess of wattage, which is the important part. And, what do you... Okay, the other thing I need to do is the zoning. So avoid the floor is lava. No, avoid corpses. I'm gonna change... I'm just gonna call this generic avoid. The reason for this is, people outside are running into where the defoliator is, and they're, like, freaking themselves out. Now, these are all dormant, so I don't need that. So here we go. Prey Fire's genetic complexity is 35. The expected metabolism efficiency of the side effect gene is 0. We've got everything except for some of the unique items. We are deciding against having the archetype pathing array. That gives you a 25% chance for a bonus good gene and a 50% chance for a bonus bad gene. And it's not if then, it's a or. So yeah, we are gonna only take 2 days for the infusion and then 1 day for the coma because we have like super equipment. And just to show you ahead of time, I'm going to temporarily install the splice frame so you can see the percentages before I jump in. So it's a 66 success and 11 reject ish. And I'll run the prediction. So here it is. Prediction is up. Once. Will the genetic experiment succeed? All right. And then break. You're going to need someone to actually help you into there, so I'm going to have Scorpio feed the machine. Okay. The injection has started. Another thing that we probably want to do is bring more chem fuel down here, because we only have 33 left on the shelf. But having killed all the bugs last stream, we have a lot of spare chem fuel. So I'll put 200 of it downstairs. You know what? I might want poor medical in the mix as well. Because we had done the lab raid recently. And, why was it gene pack to ignore? I don't recall telling them to ignore gene packs specifically. Cool, I was gonna, like, sell. But poor medical, very usable. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But, yeah, we'll also try to get the injections up. So Flip, I think you're the only one that can make a gene processor reasonably. So let's have you go do that. And we might actually need 2 gene processors now. Think about it. I suppose we'll see. Alright. Time remaining. 2 days. And maybe we get a really good gene. Who knows? Oh, I was trying to load the shuttle for trade? Oh, maybe that... Oh, yeah. High libido, unhappy, smoke leaf resistant, first skin. Yeah, okay. So we have a lot of stuff in the shuttle to be sold. But that poor medical is one that I would want. So... I'm glad I, like, caught it before. I wouldn't have sold it. But yeah, we are trying to load up cool. I remember now, yeah. So gene pack. Cool. It's getting sold too. And we'll have Scorpio head into town and like... Now I understand what the go trade is. It wasn't that trade quest, it was something else entirely. Alright, so opening up the Fang Face. This is the prospective xenogerm implantation for Fangface. Poor medical could make sense in here as well, which raises the complexity up to 17, which means we would need, you know, I could even do low sleep, but I don't have the complexity for that. So, one more flip, if you don't mind. And Scorpio, get in the shuttle, and we will have you go sell some of this junk. Oh, not just you. Inu, you hop in too. Because, he doesn't know how to fly. Before we go anywhere, have they restocked since last visit? No. Yes. Yes. So we're heading north because, the other towns haven't restocked. Really? This town's name is... Oh, no, it's not Egod. Yeah, it's Ehad. Okay. And we might want to also gift some stuff just to shore up our alliance. So we're at 44 now. I am going to gift genes and signal chips to get it up to 44. Yeah, we'll gift all that stuff. That's actually like a lot of what we came to sell. But 83 means we can call in more favors, and that matters. Now, we do have a lot of insect jelly, so we still have a lot of buying power, despite that. Additional death rest capacity serum wouldn't be terrible. Now, I had been making a point of buying all the Archite that I could. But with that said, they're not selling any right now, so buying the serums might be the way to go. I think that's what I'll do. And I'll buy 2 of them, 1 for each single phage. So now the shuttle has silver serums and a lance that I also picked up. And I'll have Scorpio and Inu just hop over to Fingertree, the other town. Oh, okay, hold up. There is an exotic goods, strong art, animal war coral center horn, kill thirsty. Ew, I hate kill thirsty. They do have archite seeds, cooking mining. A mining skill trainer would be good for Fangface. Fangface has a passion in mining, but isn't any good at it yet. So bringing home the silver makes a whole lot of sense. So I can buy that. So there's a, I mean, we'll get home in time. And let's also buy like 100 chem fuel to refuel from cargo. So that I can make 2 hops, because I didn't bring enough chem fuel for 2. Alright, Fingertree, what do you got? Radar, weak melee, smoke leaf resistant. Wow, that is Trotter hands and strong shooting, awful construction. Awful construction might not be a bad one to buy. I'm also going to consider buying the skill trainer for art so that Flip can make better art. I think that's probably a... Well, no, because he's not necessarily due for any xenogerm implantations. So, I mean, not in... Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. That's not a gene. That's a skill trainer. Derp. My brain is, well, derp. Okay, that works. And then they'll fly home, and then we'll buy the mining trainer. Alright, so recombining the genes. Here's the Fangface. You know, I might want to bring the genes home to reassess before I put it together, because we do have 2 complexity to play with. So I might want to just hold on that for a moment. Alright, Bobo Shuttle. Pretty good trades. pretty solid what we were able to pick up and sell and rep. So, contents. Well, honestly, just unload all. So, Scorp, or Flip. Flip is our resident artist at 17. You know, at 17, I probably didn't need to really use this, but whatever. Scorp, you are going to ingest... okay, I don't want you ingesting 2. So we'll, like, split them up. Oh, and now a bulkers trader? What is all with the trade opportunities? It's crazy. I don't mind, but what is going on? Alright, and at this point, my gene banks might actually be functionally full. I don't know if there's... Oh, no, there's space. I was wrong. Alright, so Vang Vase, you don't have any construction skill, so I could also add that to you as well. So let's load up the temple again and reassess. Poor medical and awful construction both could be added, and then you wouldn't really be very hungry. But that is pretty high complexity, so maybe get rid of that one and add this one. Ah, metabolic efficiency up by 1. Shoot. Because I would love for having another low sleep. That'd be great. Especially someone that mines and plant tends. Having low sleep is, like, particularly effective. So how do I get the metabolic efficiency back in line? What's funny is I could add coal weakness, and that would allow me to make it, but, UV would ramp the complexity up too high. That's the issue there. If I did the quick study with cold weakness, that would work. I'll just do this. All right. I've tampered enough. This is the embed now. Accept and combine. All right, and Scorpion, now that the silver is where it should be, we can go buy the mining trainers and the cooking trainers. What? I don't have the kind of silver. Wait, where did you put the silver? Oh, it was in transit, maybe? I like how we still have an egg sack sitting here. I'm just gonna deal with it now. Yeah, acid. Okay. And Flip, what? Oh, you're fleeing from the larva. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I guess I can only buy 1 trainer, and I'm gonna go with... can't even buy 1. Wait, what is going... You have a social of 14. I swear I had more silver than that. Oh! What is the silver? Why are you putting it there? Oh, because this one's full. Okay, so this is gonna be normal. The shelves will be preferred. Because this silver shouldn't be where it is. That's what happened to my buying power. I was wondering about that. We have an overflow. All right, now we're cooking. So I'll buy 1 of each, cooking and mining, and have Fangface take both, because he is both cooking and mining passioned. Read it to 10, 4 to 12. That was pretty effective. Scorpio, is there anything to sell to Thor? We have a way too many packets of ramen meal, so I can sell as much as they're able to buy. And that recoups some of our silver cost that we just burnt. I'll sell the remaining insect because I'm not going to be able to do anything with 53. Oh god, I read that wrong at first. I was like, Hitler on farming? What? No, Hitter on farming. I'm just illiterate. Yep, I think that works. And you guys can be dismissed. Just in case the defoliator ship wakes up. I don't want you guys to get beat up by that. Alright, so we're putting together Fangface's Xenogerm, and I think that will make Fangface particularly effective. I hope. And then Breakfire is about a day away from popping out of the pod. Ooh, volcanic debris. I hope no one gets splat by the... Nope, no splat. Yeah, the intention with the defoliator is once the gene queue is cleaned up a little bit, I'll go deal with them. I'm not too worried about it. The other thing is I'm going to get rid of the high priority hull. I forgot that I had left that on last stream because our farm has not been tended to at all. So the defoliator will possibly reach our plants at 100 tiles. All the more reason to... Wait, what is going on? Do you see that? It was like 8 hours left, 3 hours left. It's like, what? It's takes longer if you're not working it? I don't know. Now it's 4 hours left? What is going on with this timer? Arbitrary hours left. I'm gonna go with that's what's going on with it. Alright, some of the prisoners are also done with their genes. So I'll get them installed. 100 radius? Yes. That is exactly the kill radius for the defoliator. I could be cheeky and move the hydroponics. Yeah, I couldn't move the basins, though. Basins are uninstallable, but the smaller ones, surely. But it's a moot point, because I will absolutely be destroying them before that occurs. So, I don't need... It's not a big deal. Yeah, Red Mist, you really need to get farming again. Like, look at our food. Who's set to hunt? Only Inu? Well, Breakfire would be set to hunt if Breakfire was, like, awake. And they still have their sniper rifles, so I guess it's fine if Inu hunts emus. Because the Great Assassinator is, like, a pretty effective weapon in hunting, animals. So let's see if I was right. Because at this range, like, the emu is going to have a hard time closing the distance. Wounded. So far, so good. But yeah, we let our food run down. Like, way lower than I ought to allow. So, Break, you are out in 16 hours. Got it. And we're still trying to put together this Xenogerm. This is by far the most complex Xenogerm that we've implanted so far, by a complexity of 4. So with any luck, it goes in and doesn't become a problem. Power warning? Yeah, the batteries are pretty low. Oh, yeah, we need a kick. True dat. Definitely not Red Mist kicking. Shawnee Bear, you can kick. And maybe what we do is, because we're really low on, ooh, good kick. Took only one. Because we're low on meat, I'm gonna stop making chem fuel out of it for now. just to, because, you know, you can't drink chem fuel for calories. That I know of. How many hours is left? You just keep making up numbers here. You guys are driving me insane. Reduce pain, unstoppable, hyper aggressive. What a combo. One that I have no room in the bank. You know, I mess with these banks. We'll put that in. Unstoppable is not a terrible gene to have, but like hyper aggressive is kind of a problem unless you dead calm override it. It's one of the reasons why I've never run a waster colony, because all wasters are ugly and also aggressive. And being both ugly and aggressive makes for a horrible combination of relationship issues. Everyone's like trying to shank each other in their sleep. And despite my best efforts of like trying to clean up my stockpiles, I feel like my stockpiles are just as full as they've ever been. Whatever. All right, they 1 hour. Wait, how did it go from 1 hour left to 2 hours left? What is? You guys are just BSing me. I swear to God. I've had a lot of fun watching the gene assembly progress here because they just are like straight up lying to me. It's like, yeah, we'll be right on it, boss. Wink, wink, wink. Red Mist is like, enough of this nonsense. I'm finishing this. Thank you, Red Mist. It's weird to think that I would consider you reliable, but I appreciate it. The time is changing because of the assembly speed of the pawn that touches it. The thing is, the same pawn touched it multiple times, and it changed times. Like, Inu went from, like, 8 hours to 5 hours, despite him being the last one to initiate. Which is why I, Oh. Frickin' boom rats. That's why I think it's sus. Alright, Scorpio, I know you're a single phage, and you don't want boom rats blowing up on you, so lure them away. Shiny Bear, I need you out here. Fangface, it'd be great if you could, like, shoot something. Oh my god. They still have sniper rifles, and yeah, I mean, I know it's my fault. Just keep running, just keep running. You know, maybe I'll just flame breath them. Scorpio, stay away from that fire. Oh my god, everyone. You just the most ineffective shooters ever. I can kill Diaboluses, no problem, but when it comes to boom rats, I'm... Oh, no! A 3-for-1. Is that all of them? Yeah, I think that's all of them. Okay. Carry on. So lab down here has plenty of fuel, and we're done in 5 seconds. It was a success! So he's going to be in a coma for a day. It is 1 a.m. of the April, May 9th. You picked up Masterful Mining. Adds Burning Passion to Mining. Mining cap yield removed. Mining yield increased 25%. Mining plus 16. And you also picked up Awful Intellectual, I think? Oh, no. Masterful Mining, and you changed skin colors. Sorry. What skin color are you now? I don't see any difference. I don't see skin color myself. No, it's like the same. Well, you got slightly more pale. I'm sorry, I misinterpreted. That's okay. I mean, you are a troll in a basement, so that checks out. And I will resolve that prediction in just a moment. Here, just bring him to the normal bed. There you go. And I'm trying to only have one person in a coma at a time. So once Brinkfire wakes up, I'll do... Well, you know what? Do I have any doctors on duty? No. So once Brinkfire wakes up, I'll implant Face and then put Krieg, Shawnee Bear, through the gene lab. So here's the thing, with Breakfire like becoming god tier mining, it doesn't really make sense for anyone else to do it now. Yeah. Oh, flick the off switch, yes. Shawnee Bear, you're awake. Alright. So break will be up soon, and the outcome of here is it was a success. So I'm really curious how much of a gain for mining yield that he got. It looks like 100% yield of, compared to Fangface is what? 104? I don't... Are the skills... What is going on? Oh, you know what? That's maybe because he's unconscious. If you could mine in your sleep. Because he has 0 manipulation. So I have to wait for the coma to be done to actually get a good read. Because, you know, when you're in a coma, you can't really mine. Yeah. That makes sense. You could have picked a better time to hunt the cougar. Mac and Trev are like, guy? What? Yeah, I'm sorry. He's a jerk. And... yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, he has nearly 100% yield while unconscious. Mm-hmm. It's like dreaming in Tetris or something. And now I have the Tetris song stuck in my head. Woohoo! Well, Enu's doing pretty... Oh, God, why are you standing... Really? You picked there, of all places, to start shooting? I'm gonna call you Smokey the Hairbrained. And you haven't... Just... Yeah, okay. And Scorpio, here goes Scorpio with his masterful cooking. Enu, if you want to win this fight, you have to continue firing your gun. Or not. I could be wrong. You know, alright. Red Mist, just finish. Finish him. Oh, I didn't know Red Mist had a old wound. It's not a bad one. It's 1 of 40. But I didn't know. That's good to know. Time to get you addicted to the Luciferium. I'm mostly joking. Mostly. Or to get Scarless? Yes. Or that. Are these... These are visitors that, like, aren't trading. It's weird. You don't see that very often. They either, like, visit and trade, or they travel through. Breaking Pauglork out. Prisoner being held. They are a crafting pigskin. I wouldn't mind adding to our roster. 37 years old, guarded by other pigskins. I mean, what could you possibly do as a pigskin to piss off a baker's dozen of other pigskins that they would, like, lock you up? I suppose that slightly worries me. But, to be considered once all this Gene Q stuff is done. So Breakfire will be up in about 12 hours. Uko, thank you for the resub. And Northwestern Asera is, like, super visiting. I guess I did just give them an 88 gift. Or not 88 this time, but a big gift. And they're like, oh yeah, we love you now. Alright, I'm gonna have Scorpio ingest. When you ingest serum, I'm a little worried that it's gonna be like 2 at once. I don't recall ever trying to ingest a stack of serum, but I'm worried that, like, Scorpio will slurp down both. So I'm gonna load one into Caravan, and then ingest the other one. And drop that one for Breakfire. In fact, can I operate and, like, put it... I don't think I can force ingest it. No, never mind. So Scorpio has a little bit more death rest capacity. We already have the 2 death rest accelerators, so the next thing that I was thinking of adding would be the glucosid pump to them. The glucosid pump gives you faster movement, right? That's probably the most sensible next thing to build for both. The worry here is, this only combined with that, I might need to move this I don't know how to do this. Because I'll probably need to designate, like, a death rest. I'll need to move his to, like, a different facility or something. Because they're, like, binding to each other. Doesn't really work. Cheers! Oh, yeah, you're on Caravan still. Whoops. Caught you before you left. Alright, he is capable of walking. So, Fangface, you are getting the Xenogerm of Fangface. And it doesn't work. Your metabolism would be too low. -9. I kind of figured that that would be the case. So we're going to have to reassess. Unfortunately, Breakfire lost all of his brains recently, so he's not going to be the geneticist in this. So we were at 9. Let's see. Great shooting is a must because I want him to pick up passions. I guess strong melee damage isn't necessary. So removing strong melee damage is a net of 3 because Impids have weak melee damage by default, so that changes it a lot. I'm also going to get rid of the robustness, but add in Psychic Dull. And poor medical, awful construction. I actually am going to try to keep... I'm going to put the heat tolerant and quick study back in. Let's try this. This will be the Fang Face V2. And I'll combine with that in mind and see if that works. Because of the combination delay, I think what I'll do is I'll put Shiny Bear through the lab now. Because it will take a while for that Xenogerm to cook up. So Shiny Bear. Let's install all of the... Ooh, is that... Yeah, this is Splice. So here we go. Your calculations are as follows. 6611 with an expected gene of 0 metabolism, meaning like a neutral gene. But before you hop in, uninstall the splice frame, which you're allowed to do. And I'll run a prediction for this, of course, as well. All right, Scorpio, go help out. And there we go. That is one more down in the gene queue. I'll turn the generators on in just a second. I was just running the prediction. So prediction's up for Shiny Bear. And I'm also refueling them all. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the Stalwart Ancients, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patron, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow soldiers.